Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving deep into the final showdown of Survivor Season 48.
Yeah, the finale. 26 days out there in Fiji.
Right, down to 5 players,
Yeah.
all with a shot at that $1,000,000 and, the title. Sole survivor.
Absolutely. It really is the culmination of, well, everything. All the strategy, the social game,
The alliance is breaking down.
the challenges, yeah. It all just kind of boils down to this one episode, doesn't it? You see how it all fits together.
It really does. So just to set the stage again, the final 5, we had Eva Erickson. She's the 24-year-old PhD student.
From Rhode Island.
And Kyle Frazier, 31, the attorney from Brooklyn. Kept that pretty quiet.
Very quiet. Big secret there.
Mitch Guerra, the PE coach from Texas, 34. A physical powerhouse.
Definitely. And Joe Hunter, 45, the fire captain from California, seemed like a real people person.
Yeah, connected well. And finally, Kamilla Cardigesu, 31, software engineer, also from California. Very strategic mind.
Sharp player.
So our mission here is to really get into the key moments, the decisions in this finale.
Yeah.
How did Kyle actually pull off the win?
Well, a really key moment early on was that that final individual immunity challenge.
Right.
We saw Eva get that advantage, with her puzzle skills.
Yeah, she's good at those.
It's always interesting, those late game advantages. Sometimes they're huge, but, well...
Sometimes they don't matter as much as you'd think.
Exactly. Because the other parts of the challenge can kind of even things out.
Which they did here.
Yeah.
Because even with Eva's head start, it was Kamilla who pulled out the win in the obstacle course part.
Big win for her. Guaranteed final 3.
Totally. And then the reward. Pasta, chocolate cake, classic Survivor reward.
Oh, yeah.
And she picks Eva to share it with. Now, that felt like it could be more than just, sharing food, right? Strategically.
Well, that's a really good point. Because in Survivor, those little things can mean a lot.
Yeah.
Sharing reward, yeah, it builds goodwill. Might solidify something, maybe make someone feel obligated.
Or backfire.
Or backfire, absolutely. People left out might resent it. We've seen that. Someone seems too generous, suddenly they're a target. So was Kamilla locking Eva in for final tribal? Or maybe softening her up for something else later? It's hard to say for sure.
Okay, so Kamilla's safe. She's got the necklace.
Yeah.
And the focus, it seems, shifted pretty fast onto Mitch.
Yeah, the heat turned to Mitch. He was such a physical threat all game.
Right. And it looked like Kyle and Eva saw him as the biggest roadblock to them getting to the end.
Absolutely. Taking out a big physical threat right before final tribal, that's like Survivor 101 playbook stuff.
Standard move.
Yeah. Someone like Mitch, who's won challenges, he could argue his case really well to a jury, too.
Good point. And Joe siding with Kyle and Eva on that vote? That was pretty telling.
Crucial. Showed where Joe felt his best path was, and, well, that sealed it for Mitch. Second to last jury member.
Okay, then we get Kyle winning that final immunity, and this is where it gets really interesting for me, because he wins, and instead of maybe taking Joe, who you might think is maybe beatable at the end.
Right, maybe perceived as less of a threat.
Exactly. He decides to take Joe. He brings Joe with him, and forces Kamilla and Eva into fire making. What was the thinking there?
That decision, wow. It says a lot about how Kyle read the room, read the jury, maybe.
We think.
Maybe he felt better arguing his case against Joe. Or maybe he thought Kamilla or Eva or both had a stronger story for the jury than Joe did.
So avoiding the bigger threat at tribal.
Potentially. Or, like you said, maybe he just felt his odds were better against Joe in the final vote count. It's a huge gamble, though. Fire is so unpredictable.
Unpredictable is the word. That fire-making challenge, Kamilla versus Eva. Intense.
Yeah, it really was.
Eva got out to such a fast start, building her fire up.
Looked like she had it locked.
And then the wind. You just saw the flame nearly die. I thought, oh no, that's it. Game over for Eva.
That moment is just pure Survivor, isn't it? You can be doing everything right, have the lead, and then something totally out of your control.
Like the weather.
Changes everything. But Eva managing to recover, to get that flame going again and win. That showed incredible calm under pressure. Huge.
Seriously.